Hannah, we both love a good rockumentary, don't we? But isn't it time we gave some recommendations for people who would rather listen to music than binge watch TV shows and films?
Funny you should say that, Ian, because British rapper Fletchy has just released his debut EP, The Colossal Apostle. It includes standout tracks Money Calling, This Is Crazy, and Ooh.
Ooh. And you don't have to just take our word for it. Fletchy has been shouted out by none other than LeBron James, as well as Dwayne Wade and Juicy J. A mix of humour, heartbreak, and hard-hitting beats. The Colossal Apostle is available to stream now.
And to find out more about this up-and-coming artist who is building a fan base on both sides of the Atlantic, follow at Fletchy2Fat. That's Fletchy with a Y, number 2, Fat on TikTok and Instagram.
Over on You and Drama and the streaming platform You, we have a new crime drama called A Remarkable Place to Die. And here's a clip.
No wallet, no ID. Nothing.
Maybe a homicide. What did bring you back here?
I just thought Mum could use the help.
No other agenda.
Some things have come to light in regards to my sister's death.
Lynn was not on drugs.
You have to be honest with me.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And dangerous.
Yes, so this is a 4-parter and it's set in New Zealand in the tourist destination of Queenstown. So it's a nice backdrop, shall we say? But it surrounds a series of murder mysteries. It's a cop series, and you see. I've read a few reviews on this because sometimes I go a bit skewy and I think what I think, but maybe I shouldn't change. But a lot of people quite like this, and I've watched this and I found it, I'm going to be really honest with you, quite hard to get into. And the reason being is because the main character, Anais, I think she's quite unlikable. Now, she is supposed to be a very, very good cop, detective, but you're immediately, she's obviously troubled. There's stuff that's gone on in her life. There's stuff that's gone in her past. Her father and her sister died 2 years apart. Very mysterious circumstances. She can't really get to the bottom of it. She's got a strange relationship with her mother. What does her mother know that she's not telling her? She's got her ex-best friend, Maya, who is also involved in all this. There's a bit of a falling out in the first episode between those two yet again. She's a very gung-ho person. She's very, I suppose in some ways, exactly what you want from a detective like this, because she wants to go straight to the heart of something. But there's one part of this where she goes to question somebody in a hospital bed. And there's no sort of doctors around or anything. She's just in there on her own. And he says, "Oh, I'm struggling to breathe. I need some help." And she just stays cool, calm and collected and goes and gets someone. But I think those those elements I felt like relatively, I don't know, it just didn't seem very credible, I suppose. But this story unfolds. You see her trying to solve a string of different cases. And did it grow on me? Yes, but it took me about halfway through the first episode before I kind of kept zoning out, and that's not what you should be doing with something like this. It should be pacey enough to keep you involved, and I have to say it didn't. I kind of wanted more from it. What did you think, Ian?
I quite liked it, I must say. First of all, I have to flag up, it's got some interestingly named actors in it, doesn't it? Because playing Detective Anais is Chelsea Preston Crayford, but playing her ex-fiancé, Luke, you've got Charles Jazz Terrier. What the hell? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it starts in very dramatic fashion with a car plunging over a cliff and just bouncing over and over and over and crashing. And it turns out that the person at the wheel of the car was already dead before it went over the cliff. Okay. So she's come home. Part of the reason I like it, the backdrop, as you say, is absolutely spectacular. It looks amazing. I feel it's quite underplayed both in the writing and the acting, and that she's coming home. She's got a bit of a strained relationship with her mum, which again is underplayed. It's nicely done because they're both trying to kind of get on, but her sister died in mysterious circumstances, so there's that kind of that bereavement has placed a strain on the family. Her father's died as well, spoiler alert. So she kind of wants to find out what happened to them, and is there a link to what's happened? I think there've been a series of these sort of car crashes. So I like the character because although she's got the sort of domestic troubles that many people would have, but I find the troubled detective is such a cliche, and it's usually massively overdone. Whereas she's just someone with a slightly complicated family life who's just going about her business and behaving, she's just very, very naturalistic, I think, in the way she acts. And also the dialogue is just, I found quite believable. And also when she runs into her ex, who is now going out with her best friend, that's quite nicely done as well. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily watch something like this as a rule, but for what it is, I thought it was pretty well done.